Okay, third hour coming at you. Got homework 41. Right now, this first example is going to be your favorite math problem of the entire semester. Like, this is it. This will be your favorite math problem. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 turns out to be, and you're like, oh, okay, 5 times 5, that's 25. Square root of 5, 25, and the square root of that is 5. But what you guys are going to do is you're going to leave out this step. You're going to be like, oh, okay, favorite math problem. Like square root of 17 times square root of 17, 17. Square root of 200 times square root of 200, that's 200. This is what shows up on the assignment, homework 41 today, and you love it. This will be your favorite math problem, maybe of all time. All right, here we go. That was 3 quick ones. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the bottom. Okay, so in math class, you are not allowed to have a square root on the bottom. You can have one, leave it up top. Can't leave one on the bottom. It's against the rules. So, to get a square root off the bottom, here's your plan. What we do is we take whatever we have on the bottom. If you've got a square root of 7, use it. Use the square root of 7. So grab whatever they have, square root of 7, and we multiply it by square root of 7. Remember, math class, what you do the bottom, got to do the top. So if you hit it by square root of 7 on the bottom, you got to hit it by square root of 7 on the top. So across the top, everyone likes the top, 28 times square root of 7, 28 square roots of 7. But now it's your favorite math problem of all time, square root of 7 times square root of 7. Like, oh, that's just 7. You have one step left. You've got to decide, okay, this 7 on the bottom, does he cancel out with the 28 on the outside, or does he cancel out with the 7 on the inside? Does he hit it on the outside, hit on the inside? It's the outside. So this, the 28 and the 7, gives you 4 square roots of 7 for a final answer. All right, let's do another one. Here we go. How about 24 over square root of 6? Let's do this. So again, in math class, you are not allowed to have a square root on the bottom. Not allowed to have it. So grab whatever square root you've got on the bottom, and we're going to use that. So take whatever square you've got, square root of 6, multiply it by square root of 6. Multiply it by square root of 6. Now, the top part, piece of cake, 24 times square root of 6, no stress, that's 24 square roots of 6. The bottom gets even better. It's even better on the bottom. Square root of 6 times square root of 6, that's just 6. You're like, dun dun dun. And then again, do you cancel out? Do you reduce with the outside, or do you reduce with the inside? Grab that outside one, 24 and 6. This becomes 4 square roots of 6. All right, getting square roots out of the denominator. It's a good goal in life. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of lost track what number I just did, guys. All right, let's see here. I think I've done 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this will be number 6. Let's just go with that. Let's say you have one more of these guys. Let's say you have 70 on top, square root of 10 on the bottom. Okay, again, not allowed to have a square root on the bottom. 70's okay, square root of 10, can't have it. So whatever square root they have, you use it against them. So we're going to hit it by square root of 10, hit it by square root of 10. So across the top, you've got a regular number times a square root. So 70 square roots of 10. And then our favorite math problem on the bottom, square root of 10 times square root of 10, that's just 10. And then you've got a 10, 10, or you've got a 70, 10. This is a square root, this is a regular number, cannot do that. However, the 70's hanging around the outside, he's fair game. The 70 and the 10 gives you 7 square roots of 10. All right, let me show you a little variation of this. we'll do 2 more examples on this. So number 7, let's go 30 over square root of 45. Okay, so a little variation of this. Now you see a number like 45 and you're thinking, wait a minute, 45, that's really kind of getting out of hand. Maybe I could work with 45 and break it down, make my life a little bit easier. So do a little factor tree for 45. 45 is, what is that, 5 times 9 and 3 times 3, so 3, 3, 5. So 45 actually can become square root of 3, 3, 5. And we know how to do this. We're like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm looking for pairs that I can get out of there. And then you remember 2 on the inside. You only write it 1 time on the outside. So square root of 45 actually becomes 3 square roots of 5. So now you got 30, and this is 3 square roots of 5. All right. So let's look at it now. You're thinking, okay, 3 square roots of 5, this isn't too bad. I can deal with this. First off, I'm going to make my life a little bit easier here. I'm not sure that green's showing up. I'm going to give it the green. Look at this. 30 and 3, you're like, oh, I can deal with that. 30 divided by 3, that's just 10 over the square root of 5. So you do a little bit of math up front, and now your life gets a lot easier. You're like, oh, I can do this. I've got a square root of 5 on the bottom to work with, which is much better than a 45 on the bottom to work with. Let's get this out of the way. So if I have a square root of 5 on the bottom, stick with the plan. Whatever they have, use it against them. Square root of 5 times square root of 5. So this becomes 10 square roots of 5. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5. And then you can reduce the 10 and the 5. 2 square roots of 5 for your final answer. Like, pretty slick way to do that one. Yeah, it makes your life easier instead of these giant numbers. Instead of working with 45 and big numbers, just makes your life a little bit less stressful. All right, let's do one more of these, and then we'll get loose on this assignment. All right, number 8. What have I got here? 48 over 18. So again, you're thinking, man, that 18, that is really big. Maybe I can break it down. So grab the 18. Do a little factor tree on the 18, like 9 times 2 and 3 times 3. So the square root of 18 is actually 233. 2 times 3 times 3. So you can grab the 18. Here's a pair of numbers to get out of there. Boom. So it was square root of 18. You rewrite this to be 3 square roots of 2. So now we have 48 over 3 square roots of 2. Like, okay, I like where this is headed. What do we got here? 48, 3 square roots of 2. Let's see here. What is that, 16 times? I think so. Let's make our life a little bit easier. Here's 48. Here's 3. 48 divided by 3, that's 16. So now we've got 16 over square root of 2. Okay, let's do it. So 16 on top, that's great. Square root of 2 on the bottom is so much nicer than 18 on the bottom. So let's work with it from right here. Now we've got 16 over square root of 2. And remember our goal, we don't want a square root on the bottom. So we take whatever square root there is, hit it by square root of 2. And now we've got 16 square roots of 2 over 2. And then we can reduce the 16 and the 2. 8 square roots of 2. All right, so homework 41, making sure we're not leaving any square roots on the bottom. They're okay to be up top. not in the denominator. All right, guys, there you go.